The Range Rover Classic is one of the most recognised classic vehicles in the world, and we have been fortunate enough to carry out a restoration of this 1978 white two-door Range Rover. This little gem arrived to us after having a basic restoration elsewhere, so we thought this project was going to be quite simple. Unfortunately, the previous restoration was a bit of a botch job. There's a heap of rust still in it. There's metric bolts forced into imperial holes. The paint jobs are blowover and peeling off in the corners. The right-hand front of the bonnet, the castle was built out of bog. The rear tailgate had an 8mm woof in it, and then a further 8mm of bog into that. So the work this vehicle had arrived for has now grown. Here she is in all her glory, all the defects repaired and ready to dance at the ball. This 1978 Range Rover Classic is just beautiful, with its classic lines and instantly recognisable original interior, looking stunning and turning heads wherever it goes. But all you purist Land Rover people out there are now looking at this vehicle and going, "That's not a very good restoration. The bumper's black, it should be silver on that year. The mirrors are incorrect. The Range Rover decals are off the wrong era. The rims are the wrong colour and the wrong size, and that white paint is also incorrect for this year. That's a poor restoration." So for all of you who are picking on the fine details of this vehicle, sit down with a cup of tea, put on your brown tweed jacket with the leather elbows, and get ready to be really frustrated, as this is actually a resto mod, not a restoration. We call this project Avalanche because it's majestic to look at, but put your foot down and you can unleash something wild. The client's build brief was to create an old school looking Range Rover Classic that you would walk past on the street and think nothing but, gee, that's a nice old girl. But then you sit there, stop and look at it 2-3 times and think, something's not right here. Boy, has she fooled some Land Rover enthusiasts. Let's show you why. One of my favourite features of this car is the automatic shifter built by Locar. We modified it to fit in the car to simulate the existing look of the old 4-speed gear stick. So many people have actually asked me why we kept the old 4-speed gearbox in this vehicle. And it's not until I actually tell them that, no, it's got a 6L80 GM box in it, it's a 6-speed auto. And they go, no, but it's got the 4-speed gear stick. And then they look and go, oh gee, that's trick. And it is trick. It looks like the 4-speed gear stick. You know, the old school boots at the bottom, you just wouldn't know that it didn't belong. The only thing that gives it away that it's an automatic is the little park, reverse, neutral drive emblem at the bottom that illuminates red when you're choosing your gear. Avalanche is powered by a 430 horsepower LS3 6.2 litre V8 alloy engine, attached to a 6L80 6-speed automatic, driving through an LT230 strength and transfer case, all of which is foreign to this vehicle. The 70s front and rear diffs and axles were replaced with late Discovery 1 disc-to-disc axle assemblies, allowing the use of the larger control arms, the larger bushers, better CV joints and brakes. These were then strengthened using a combination of Maxi Drive and Ashcroft components. It's easy to build the axle assemblies using heavy-duty equipment, but it takes meticulous detail and refinement to create a vehicle free of vibration and effortless to drive. To slightly remove Avalanche from the 70s and bring her up to be a bit more current, we opted to go black on white. The black features getting rid of the silver bumper, using black gloss Range Rover decals off a Range Rover Sport, gives Avalanche a slightly more modern appearance. We decided to use 15-inch versions of the Roy style rims, allowing us to run a wider tyre than available on a 16-inch rim, giving more comfort, grip and road handling. We even went as far as changing the body colour, using a late Defender Puma White, which is a lot less stark compared to the white the vehicle was originally released with, without detracting from the original 1978 Range Rover look. With the addition of the cruise control, engine refinement and a 6-speed automatic, gee, is a sweet cruise. A sweet cruise ain't complete though without your favourite tracks playing, but no longer through the old tape player, but through this Alpine Halo 9 unit, complete with all the modern 2022 features. We have tried to incorporate the installation as true to the vehicle brief as possible, not to make the entertainment centre look too far out of character. We have built many vehicles here, and again, this is one of my favourites, alongside the Grey Wolf and Black Forest. Avalanche is nowhere near as intricate as those builds, but as far as hitting a brief on the head, making something old and rattly drive smooth and effortlessly, with performance that can be released with the press of a right foot, an absolute pleasure to drive and cruise around in. It turns heads on the sidewalk and brings us a lot of joy and satisfaction, making what we do here worthwhile. As with passion comes perfection, and we ain't short of passion. And we strive for perfection.